Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Monday, December 11th, 2023. Let's find out what is going on the economic calendar today. Data had been published overnight. Those data are, as you can see, medium importance. BSI large manufacturing conditions improved from 5.4 points to 5.7 points. Beats the expectation slightly of 0.1 point because the forecast was 5.6. CPI from Germany had been published as well. The CPI is rising from 0.1 to 0.6, and unemployment rate in Turkey dropped from 9.1% to 8.5% apparently. So during the New York session, we got 3-year note auction in the USA. This is scheduled for release at 5:30. Then we got the 10-year note auction. This is scheduled for 7 o'clock, and then we got the ECB McCaul to give us a speech 9:10. At the end of the day, we got electronic card retail sales from New Zealand. So this data are scheduled for release at 11:15. So very slow Monday, to be honest. No very important data release for today. So we start slightly on a softer note. Let's just find out what's going on the majors, and we are going to start with the euro dollar. The euro-dollar 4-hour chart is still showing us some weakness that is still present on this market. As you can see, the market beautifully followed our hours, so we got this movement to the downside still in force. So this arrow is out of the chart. Now we still got the other one present. So as you can see, the local low was made at the level of 1.0724. This one is below the last line of the defense, the last line of the support for bulls, 1.0747, and now we are heading towards the next target, 1.0697. Okay, so this is apparently the next technical support for the bears, and it's very close to other important technical support. However, we managed to deteriorate a lot during this recent movement to the downside. Well, this consolidation here, this consolidation took place at the beginning of the November 2023, might be a good place for the market to bounce, because we are still trying to move higher above the level of 50 on the RSI, as the momentum remains weak and negative. However, no avail. Let's just switch to the bigger time frame, like daily, to see what is going on here, and you can clearly see that this reversal is right now taking place in full power. When we break below 1.0669, 1.0659, then there is a big gap towards the next technical support at 1.0524. So this is 135 pips lower, as the momentum on a daily time frame chart remains weak, because it is below the level of 50. Right now it's 44. There is still room to the downside here on the euro dollar. There is still room to the downside here on the RSI. So it doesn't actually looks very good, even on a daily time frame chart for the euro. Let's just switch for the last chart. So we are doing multi time frame analysis. You can clearly see we got the last week here. That was the reversal week, and we have the bearish engulfing. Now we got the confirmation, big nice red candle, and then today it might be even extension of this candlestick pattern. So right now we are almost exactly at the level of 50, so the momentum is not that much negative yet. However, if this candle, this is weekly candle, will become red, that means momentum will drop again below the level of 50, and the bears will be in charge of the market. So there are real really good chances to see this or next week 1.0523. Right, so that's the euro dollar. Let's find out what's going on the British pound. This is a multi-time frame analysis at the beginning of the week. So let's start with the weekly bearish engulfing pattern. Very clear bearish engulfing pattern. That's it. We just broke below the key technical support. Now we are heading lower. Okay, so on the weekly we got the confirmation something is going on here as well. Now if we zoom in on the daily, you can see that on the daily this technical zone here, the demand zone, was very nice for the bounce. However, we got another movement to the downside with the low located at 1.2501. Okay, so any breakout here would likely be bearish basically, and it will definitely help bears to push the prices lower. The next target is this technical support. It's a weak technical support located at 1.25 to 1.2453 basically, right? Momentum on a daily approaching the level of 50 is positive, but it's not that weak because right now it's on a level of 53 points only. And the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, we can see the bulls are trying to bounce from the lows of the 1.2501, and then the volatility almost decreases. However, the outlook still remains bearish. There is almost no chance for any kind of a bullish resumption, as the situation here is very clear. Only a breakout above 1.2612 would give us some kind of advantage. I'm talking about bulls, right? Would give bulls some kind of advantage and maybe higher pullback. But for now, we are trading below the key demand zone, 1.2550, 1.2571, and there is still room to the downside. There is still some room to the downside on the RSI, as the RSI remains weak and negative. So we should see another movement to the downside soon, and the target is of course 1.2454. This is the low from the well, it's almost the low from the this is the end of the November 2022. The actual low during the bounce was made at 1.2448, well, 8 pips lower basically. So please keep an eye on this level here as well. Let's find out what's happened with the gold. The gold made another movement to the downside. Let me just zoom out so you can see that we've been talking about this on the daily time frame chart, and we managed to see the bearish divergence, and everything is according to our scenario, according to our analysis. We can still see some bearish progression. We got bearish divergence, big reversal candle, and now we are moving lower. We already break below 2010. So this level now will become the technical resistance. We are approaching the level of 1988, and this level is still a technical support. However, we will see what will be the reaction of the markets for this level, right? So let me just put some kind of a trend line here, because it looks like we can do this trend line on this chart, and we can see, there you go. That's what I wanted to show you, and it looks like we got a breakout below this short-term trend line support, which is not very good for the bulls whatsoever. Because of course on a daily time frame chart, this kind of a breakout is basically bearish. So next target for the bears is located at, let me just take the magnet, is located at 1920. This is the low from the November as well, 2022, 13 November 2022. That's the next target. We are already below the level of 50 on the 50 periods moving average. This is daily moving average, and we are approaching 100 days moving average, which is located right now at 1956. There might be some kind of a bounce but then again, if the momentum breaks below the level of 50, which is being tested right now, then the outlook is basically to the downside. Plenty of room here on the chart, plenty of room here on the RSI. We should see another bearish movement here. Let me find out what is going on the Bitcoin at the end of the day. So we got finally some sort of the movement to the downside on the Bitcoin, as the market is now exhausted. The market is exhausted, and we broke, as we expected, we broke below this technical support 40. We broke below 42,411. So this one is now not really necessary. We done this, and we still have this kind of a scenario in progress. We managed to spike below 41,111. Tested the 100 periods moving average. This 100 periods moving average is of course on the 4-hour chart. Okay, right now it's just below the 41,000. This is $41,034, and very big pin bar was made here, which means the bulls are still in charge of this market despite this this correction. How much have we made since the top? Let me just grab my price tool, and let me just drag it here. I'm using the magnet so we can see straight on how much did we do. 9.41%. So generally 10%, almost 10% is something apparently completely let's say normal during these movements on a Bitcoin. So we got 10% pullback, 10% correction, almost into the extremely oversold conditions on a 4-hour time frame chart. Big pin bar, big lower shadow, which means that the bulls are still in charge of this market. They are trying to return at least to this level here, 42,955. and 42,851. Any breakout above this level would likely extend our movement to the upside straight on higher. So right now let me just copy this candle, because we are approaching very important level, and as I said, any movement above this level would likely extend our bullish sentiment, and will make this this bounce stronger, and there is a chance to test the recent swing high located at 44,764. Okay, so this is how it looks like on the 4-hour chart on the Bitcoin as well. The outlook remains bullish. We got 10% of the correction. Market is ready to continue the up move. That's everything for me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.